Being a good patient is a very important part of maximizing the value of your injury claim. So first, this is pretty basic, but you want to make sure you're early for your appointments and show up on time and never miss appointments. If your medical providers feel like you don't value them and value their time, often their records aren't as favorable, their notes aren't as helpful. And if we have to take that doctor's deposition and they can see that you blew 4 or 5 appointments with them or we're always late, they may not go out of their way as much to be an advocate for you as their patient. Second, you want to make sure that you avoid gaps in treatment. So if you're still hurting and you just never go back to the doctor, it's very hard for us to prove that you are still suffering. So it's also true that one of the things insurance adjusters look for in trying to lowball claims are long gaps in treatment. Because what will happen is if someone is going consistently to get medical treatment for 2 or 3 months, and then there's a 2 or 3 month gap and they start again, the insurance adjuster is going to claim that something happened at the other end of that gap in treatment that was really the reason you needed the treatment and the accident wasn't, because they want to not have to pay for anything after the gap in treatment. So treating consistently until you're better is another really important consideration. And the third thing, all the time we deal with insurance adjusters who want to claim that they shouldn't be responsible for all the damage because of the way medical records are written. And, medical records are written by humans, they make mistakes. But there are things you can do to protect yourself against some of these mistakes. So one of the most important things is be very clear about all of the symptoms you're having, to list all of the problems you're having. As just humans, we tend to focus on our like a major pain or whatever the biggest problem is. And sometimes if your shoulder's just killing you and your knee hurts, you'll focus just on the shoulder. Or you won't maybe mention concussion symptoms because they're not as evident to you as the shoulder injury. And then, a month or two later, when you start treating for those secondary symptoms, the insurance company will claim there was some new injury that caused all those when you've been suffering from the same problem all along. Bring a list with you. Bring a list of your questions, bring a list of your symptoms, because sometimes that time with the medical providers is very quick. So one of the ways you can be a good patient is to make sure that all of your symptoms are reflected in the records. And that also will help us maximize the value of your claim, make sure you're treated fairly, make sure you're compensated for all of the things you're going through after an accident.